All right, shalom, shalom. February 9th, 2022, baptism. Okay? By what authority does the Messiah, I'm just going to read it for you. It's Mark chapter 11, verse 30. This is the Messiah pressing the Pharisees and the scribes. He says, the baptism of John, was it from heaven? Question. Or of men? Is this man's thinking? Or was it heaven's thinking? Who told John to baptize with water? Did God say so? Or did John just come up with like, oh, we need to be doing this? Okay? That is what you are questioning when you are questioning whether or not baptism by water is important. I've said it before. If the Messiah is the way, then we should be following his pattern. The Messiah was baptized. He thought it was necessary. He showed by example. Why would he say, follow me, right? And then tell you don't do that. And then later on in the story, he tells the disciples to go and baptize. But he didn't do any baptism himself. Okay? Why? Because he had a different baptism. He had a different station. Okay? Because John was a prophet, he was a prophet and a priest. Okay? His station is in the Holy of Holies. He meets you in the tabernacle. Okay? He meets you in the tabernacle. The high priest operates in this area here. And once a year, he goes into this place. Okay? Most of the time, he's here. And what's in here? There's 12 menorahs. The menorahs represent the Holy Spirit. Okay? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding, fear of God, counsel. Those are the things that the Holy Spirit operates. Okay? Within the physical mind of the being. And once a year, the high priest would go into the Holy of Holies, having a meeting with God to get the answers for the year. Okay? But during that time, he's here in the presence of instructions, counsel, wisdom, peace offerings, because he has the bread of sacrifice, the shewbread, which is the bread of sacrifice, the peace offering, the eating of the peace offering right here, and he has the incense of perpetual purity or myrrh, burning. Okay, the state of constant pure thoughts, actions, deeds, and words. This is what's happening in the temple. But before you get into the temple, right, you must go through fire and water. In fact, the curtain is made of red and blue. Because inside your body is red, white, and blue. The white represents a pure thought, a pure consciousness. Okay? The flesh. Then you have your blood. Then you have the water that's in your body. This is the makeup of the human being. So it's the makeup of the pattern of the holy temple of God, which is your body. Which is your body. Okay? And then you see the symbol of duality. Okay? So the women don't feel left out. Okay? So women don't feel left out. The pattern of duality. Man plus one. Top. Bottom. You remove this. That is the feminine aspect. Okay? That's the pattern. You know, because a lot of people don't understand what the key of Solomon is. It is the duality of the power of God. The feminine and the male. Okay? Female and male. Okay? The duality of power. One cannot operate without the other. Otherwise, it'd be a perversion of the laws that God has set in the universe. Both are needed for balance. I'm going to show you one more thing. When you get here to becoming the metallic Christ, when you have burned off all the dross, sin from the body, you become in a state of purity. Okay? And that happens in the process. And in the process, right, of all these metals, every one of them has to go through something that's called flotation. Okay? They call it flotation and washing. Because when they dig up the dirt, the ore, right? When they dig up the dirt and the ore, it has to go on a belt. It get washed. Then it goes in a crucible, right? Which is more water, because if you just put it in the crucible, the mechanism will heat up from all the friction. So that's more water, right? Then after that process, it goes into a crusher, right? Another crusher. Then it goes into what they call a flotation or a soluble. Today it's called a soluble, where they use chemicals now, but the chemicals brings up the dross, and the gold and the copper, all that settles down in the settlement. Then it goes on the tumbler, right? The separation process, separating you from sin and people of sin and actions of sin and thoughts of sin. It goes through that process, right? Then after that process, it goes through a period of testing, refining, right? This is the hot fire. This is the molting. This is the shaping. Then after it's heated up, right? You have that fire, that passion in your belly. It's heated up. It is molded into its shape. Okay? That is the process of having your faith, your gold, your silver, your understanding, right? Worked out in the natural. Trials and tribulations. That's the process of making you refined gold, refined copper. You understand? Refined silver. Everybody is not going to be gold. Everybody is not going to be silver. Everybody is not going to be copper. You understand? But they're all fit for a holy temple. And they are all in use to the temple. And they become holy, right? Because the one who is sanctifying it is holy. And that's the Most High. He is the one that chooses who gets to enter into the kingdom. And you must go through the process. Shalom.